Hello guys, welcome back to Small World of Tanks. Today we are going out in the Yazzie. Have not used this tank in a very long time. I remember it being very decent. It's got a good gun on it. Uh, Fairly decent camo. It's not the best. Unfortunately, we are bottom tier here. There's a lot of tier 10s. And Kasserine is not the most amazing map for this tank either. I would much prefer a different map because there's just so many hills and hillocks and dips. It's hard to get a good view of the enemy area without being spotted up by the enemy team, without getting too close. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to try to take a position where we can hit the enemies, but unfortunately, by doing so, we're going to be pretty much spotted up for the entire time of this match, which obviously not particularly a good thing to happen for a TD, unless it's a brawly one, a brawly tank TD, which obviously there are, but this is not one of them. But unfortunately, we don't have that in our advantage in this game. So we're just going to do what we can. Not the most amazing result, this one, but it was an exciting and pretty interesting game. The beginning of the game is a bit of a dull, annoying time, because I spend most of my time just getting spotted and then trying to fall back before I get shot. It's how I spend most of my game. But we managed to get a hit into that Hydra, but when we do, we get spotted up by something and targeted. We haven't got artillery, so that's one thing. That's a major thing. If you're in a TD, he manages to get a shot. It's how he managed to get a shot into me. It's a bit questionable, really. We managed to hit his viewport, I believe, but unfortunately no damage on the guy. So we haven't done too much so far, apart from move backwards and forwards on this little ridge line. But it seems like a lot of people are concentrating their fire over here, because there is two other TDs on this little hill here. So as soon as we get spotted, we get pulled back. And then it's again pull back. Like I said, a little bit boring gameplay at this point, but it gets a lot more interesting in a couple of seconds. There he goes. There we've unfortunately, because we got spotted and targeted, we've rushed that shot and it goes into the dirt, which would be very nice to get a hit into that guy, because I've got a lot of extra XP because he's higher tier. And then we've kind of won this flank area, so we managed to hit that tier 8. They're all concentrating on the tanks that are pushing in the flank. That guy ducks down just in time. That's very unfortunate. Then we see the tank that hit us earlier, tier 10, and we managed to take out that tier 8, and then we concentrate on the tier 10 that was hitting us earlier. And we managed to take out the guy as well. Get the last shot into that guy. Not much damage, but that's a tier 10 taken out of the game. And as we can see, we are winning by quite a bit at the moment, but my team quite interested in losing this game, because they're all just sitting on the cap. You know, that's one way to lose the game, really, sitting in one small area. They could easily surround us and take on, take out the number advantage, but they don't, so that's good. Um, so we're going to try to help this one guy at the back of the map. I don't know if he was AFK or something, or just kind of read the map a bit differently to the rest of us. We take a speculative shot, misses its target. But then we finally see, yeah, E50M over there, finishing off the a heavy in 2 seconds. And then we see the Death Star creeping up here. Very dangerous tank. Not fully aimed, so we take a hit, a shot, and it actually goes into the side of that guy. He makes a mistake here, drives forward too much, gets up on the hill there. Unfortunately, he ducks down just enough for a hit to bounce. Very annoying, but this E50M is hitting this guy, and unfortunately missed that shot. Going to take up time a little bit more than that in the with the next shot. Wait for him to turn, give him us the side, so we managed to pen the guy. And that's the, and all our team has gone after this one TD. I'm not sure why. I would not be doing that. If I saw like 5 of my teammates going after one tank, I'd be going in the opposite direction. This Death Star pushes, and the E50M as well pushes, giving us a chance to hit this guy. He hard ducks, so we can't hit him, but we're going to concentrate on the E50M because the other guy's concentrating on the Death Star. Takes him out. Oh, I don't know where that shot went. I was pretty sure I was fully aimed there, but it managed to go underneath him. Now we're getting spotted by the E50M and targeted. We managed to put a shot into him. We stupidly show him our side, but we're hoping to get down in his dip before we got his shot off, but unfortunately not the case. He gets another shot in, but bounces. And again, the rest of our team is finally getting up on here. We're going to try to get a shot into him. Just miss out on getting killed there and we only got 10 hit points left. Yeah, now he's got to concentrate on the rest of the people that are shooting on him. But we're going to try to take this guy out. So there you go. We managed to take him out. So we actually didn't come first in this one. We only came second, but it was a nice game. We managed to go out in our Yazzie. We got a fair bit of silver. And we've got a first class, guys. First class in a tank we haven't used for a very long time. So yeah, I'll see you in the next match. And welcome back. We're back in the Kranwagen. I'm not sure what to think about this tank. Sometimes the accuracy, even with the update, the accuracy seems pretty bad on this thing. But I do like my auto loaders, and I do like my hold down tanks. So, you know, it's a bit of a love-hate relationship with this tank going on at the moment. This was a decent game. I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens. But we're going to use its gun depression to the utmost in this game. Yeah, unfortunately there is artillery in this game. Luckily it's just one. I think we would have had a lot worse game if there was 2 or 3 artilleries in the game. And yeah, you're gonna have artillery problems with the update. In every game pretty much. Yes, and you can't, you know, if you got artilleries, you can't really blame people for wanting to use them when they've got such a big advantage at the moment. But yeah, I don't like artillery. But I don't think in this particular game the artillery actually pays us much, if any, attention. At least not until the very end of the game. So we got one shot off there trying to hit a light, but it didn't pay off. Um, we actually kind of waste a whole clip here in the first part of the game, and that's the problem with auto loaders. You can't really waste any shots because it takes such a long time to reload. You don't want to be missing any of your shots or bouncing anything. Unless it's the beginning of the match where you got a little bit of extra time, you know, the first clip, so you know you can waste a little bit. But then this is Dragon. Yes, he's tier 8, but he is a very dangerous tank. You know, you definitely don't want that Dragon, especially if he's used by you know, a good player. He can still wield a lot of power with that thing. Unfortunately, we missed that or bounced that off of our own tank there. And we managed to track that guy and put one shot in. So we get some good assisted there and a bit of damage. But yeah, not the best use of a clip of shells there, really. Bit unfortunate. A shot came whizzing past us. I'm not sure if it was aimed at us or the guy behind us. That shot, yeah. The slow speed of the shell velocity on this tank as well doesn't help. So yeah, again, down to one shot. Reload. Want to have as many shells in as possible. So we're just playing this ridge line here. It is such a good ridge line. You know, I probably should have gone up and pushed with this guy up here, really, since I am a heavy. I actually kind of forget, you know, that I am a heavy. Because the last game I played was a TD, so I'm playing a bit too defensively at this point. Like I said, our team's quite thinly spread. Apart from this little area, we got me, this TD, another heavy, and artillery all bunched up together. So luckily, artillery doesn't hit us here. Could do a lot of damage to all of us. And I guess spotted. If so, it's quite a way to back up here. I should have maybe stuck with that ridge line back there, but I wasn't 100% sure how much of my hull was showing there. We're getting spotted by something. We're not spotting them up in return. Take a bounce there. But we also can't back up too far either, so we could get hit by artillery pretty badly here. But luckily, and again, we get spotted by something. Must be the medium behind some cover there. So a bit of a pain. We're in a bit of a tricky situation right here. We can't really do much. So back up, we get hit by the TDs in the town. We pull forward to get spotted. And possibly hit by the artillery and this medium. But when we get spotted, we're going to back up a bit because it looks like we're going to lose the town in a minute. I'm going to turn around because it looks like we're losing the town, the main town. Put another shot in, and then with that tier 10 TDs coming up, managed to get one shot in. We put a reload in because we've got nothing in our area spotted up. So we're going to go back because the main town looks like it's going to go any second. So that means that they've got to, if they're going to come to our base and take care of us, they've got to come across the open ground there. And that's going to be great for us because if we're fully loaded, we could clip a whole tank out potentially if they come across this. But unfortunately, at this point in time, we are down in tanks. We've got no mediums. and no light tanks. So they're going to get quite close before we can spot them up, unfortunately. And there's still the enemy artillery to think about as well. So that's why we're trying to hide ourselves a little bit behind this building here as well. It all depends on where the enemy artillery is, what type of artillery it is. It could easily still slap us for all of our health from here, possibly. But we're going to try to hide ourselves as much as possible. We're only 5 of us left. It's not looking too great, is it? Then our heavy's still pushing the 1-2 line for some reason on his own with 1 TD as backup. Not the best idea. He gets taken out. So it's just us. 2 TDs, 1 heavy, and 1 artillery against the rest of them. You know, it's not... That TD is looking out across the field as well. So he's probably got better view range than us. So, and then we get spotted and targeted, you know, straight away. Dodge a shot. And then, we see the TD there. Get 1 shot in. Get 2 shot in, and he gets behind cover there. Looks like 705. We get hit by the medium. Dodge the artillery. We're down to 1 shot, so we reload quickly because this might quite possibly could be our last clip of the game, because they're all going to be coming in pretty quick to try to get their last bit of damage before the end of the game. So we're going to try to put in this clip as soon as possible. Like I said, this game's going to be over pretty quickly. We've had a decent game ourselves. So we've got, what, 2,000, 4,000, just under 5,000 combined. We managed to take that guy out with one shell. We're getting spotted and targeted by something. We can't see what it is. Going spotted. We're going to see if we can back up this TD, because there's not that many people to actually help at this point. And then that 705A comes over the hill. We put 1 shot in, we try to track him in place. We do it, but he repairs straight away. And the next shot doesn't take his track off, unfortunately. And since he was almost on full health, whole clip still couldn't take him out. So yeah, he's obviously got his eyes on artillery. So we let him do that. We kind of try to dodge some shots here. Get shot inside. We take him out. He angles too much, and as we get knocked out of place by artillery, just game over. Just got over 4,000 of our own damage. Just over 2,500 assisted, so we had a very good game there in the end, but unfortunately isn't going to be a victory, unfortunately, this time. It's a shame that 705 got that kill as well. So it was a close defeat. As you can see, shocking artillery is in the top 3. We managed to make a tiny bit of cash because we did so well. We blocked quite a bit of damage as well. Came top of the team. But yeah, can't win them all. See you in the next game. Hey, and welcome back to Kunas. We're in our Swedish medium who does 15/16. And yeah, I didn't like the line as I was going up it. It wasn't a I'm a big medium fan, but I'm just not keen on the old the siege mode on these tanks. Um, but I've had a couple games in it, and they were pretty decent, and I quite enjoyed playing this in those games. But I don't think I've totally changed my mind on them. I still don't particularly find them that great. But like all tanks, you can have some good. I mean, it's all very subjective, isn't it? Your favorite and least favorite tanks in the game, and it all kind of depends on the luck of the matchmaking and stuff. Really, you could have one of the worst tanks in the game, but if you're a decent player and the enemy team is rubbish, you could pull out an amazing game, and that could make it one of your favorite tanks, even though in reality it's not really that good of a tank. And I think that's just kind of the way I feel about this tank. There we go, bounce a shot and we pen a shot. So fair exchange there. The armor can be a bit trolly on these things, and then we see what is shooting at us, and it's the old Centurion Action X, who could be a real problem here. If he's focusing on me and he's hull down, we can have a real issue at playing this corner. So we don't get spotted. We don't pen that. I don't know where I hit, because it should really have been penned. We got penned by the Action X, so we are actually not going to play that corner. We're going to get up on this hill, and try to get a better view on the enemy from here. We get spotted and someone's aiming at us, and then we just dodge a shot there. So we won't be going up on that bit again. We're going to work this little area here. And there's a T10. We pen, and then artillery hits him at the same time, so smacks him and takes him out of the game. So we've got more assisted right now than actual damage. But this Centurion Action X is pushing us heavily. We have one tank in support, this heavy, who isn't looking this way, I don't think, yet. But he will be coming to our aid in a second. This guy's pretty determined to try to take me out. He thinks he can probably take me out one-on-one. Which is probably accurate. If we were one-on-one, he probably would take me out. But then he sees the heavy pushes him, he falls back and gives me a chance to hit him in his hull turret, and then we see this guy. He's not paying any attention to this me or the heavy, and there we go. And then we see the Death Star, and although I should really be concentrating on those two tanks down there, we take a shot and hit the old Death Star. Death Star's a very dangerous tank, and he actually went for us. We bounced that, unfortunately. We should have taken a bit more time to aim that in, since he just fired. There's no way he's going to be loaded in time. And then we take another shot. This 705, and yeah, we're bouncing a lot of shots, unfortunately. RNG's not being our friend. That's that Death Star again. We get a shot into the guy, and he's paying attention to the heavy down there, we don't really want him taken out of the game. And then we kind of realise that the enemy's been pushed back into their own little corner. And they are, well, they've lost the game at this point. They're at a big disadvantage in numbers, and they have no map control. So we're going to just push in here and try to get as much damage as we can before the end of the game. So, yeah, there's that light tank. He's going to come up in our face. There we go. Hit him before he can get back over the hill there. that's nice. Nice bit of damage. And then the badger hit him as we're on the move there. So very nice. Getting some more assisted damage. And again, fully on the move, we kick another guy out of the game. That's 2 kills in a very short space of time. On the move as well. And we're up against the Swedish TD there. He misses. I miss. Or I bounce rather. He pens us. We pen him back. Because of the accuracy improvements. So yeah, there we go. Just one guy left. Can we get in the last shot into this game? And yes, we could. The smallest of small chances there. Shooting on the move in between a tank and a rock. We managed to get another kill. We managed to get 4 kills. And over 5,000 damage, combined damage. So not a bad game. Quite a fun, interesting game. Hitting lots of shots on the move. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Some decent games there. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.